Have you ever felt manipulated or exploited in a relationship? Let's take a moment to explore the concept of narcissistic personality disorder, often referred to as NPD. This is a condition characterized by an excessive focus on oneself, a distinct lack of empathy for others, and an expectation of special treatment. Picture someone who sees themselves as the sun, with all others merely planets revolving around them. Now, it's important to note that narcissism is more common in men. That's not to say that women can't be narcissists, but statistically speaking, it tends to lean more towards the male side of the spectrum. And while we're on the subject of factors that contribute to narcissism, it's worth mentioning that both genetic and childhood elements can play a significant role. This isn't a condition that occurs in a vacuum. It's often the result of a complex interplay of various influences. So why is all this information important? Well, because understanding narcissism, its traits, and its origins is the first step to identifying a narcissist in your life. So how do you spot a narcissist? Well, it's not always as obvious as you might think. Narcissists can be extremely adept at hiding their true nature, often appearing confident and self-assured. But beneath this facade, there's often a deep-seated insecurity. One of the most telling signs of a narcissist is a strong sense of entitlement. They believe they deserve special treatment and can become irritable or downright angry when they don't receive it. This goes hand in hand with an excessive need for admiration. They crave the spotlight and will often go to great lengths to ensure they are the center of attention. Another sign is their tendency to exploit others without guilt or remorse. They might use people to get what they want without any consideration for the other person's feelings or well-being. This lack of empathy is a hallmark of narcissistic personality disorder. But remember, narcissists aren't always the boastful, self-absorbed individuals we often imagine. They can also be covert, hiding their narcissism behind a mask of false humility. They may even play the victim, using pity to manipulate those around them. Narcissists may also appear to be highly self-confident. However, this is often a smokescreen to hide their deep feelings of insecurity and inadequacy. They have a fragile self-esteem and are highly sensitive to criticism, which they may respond to with anger or even aggression. Finally, a word of caution. While it's important to recognize these signs, it's equally important not to rush to diagnose someone as a narcissist. These traits can be seen in many people to varying degrees. It's when they are persistent, pervasive, and have a detrimental impact on relationships that it becomes a cause for concern. Remember, it's not about labeling, but about acknowledging the behavioral patterns that can harm you. Now that you know how to identify a narcissist, what can you do about it? This is where the rubber meets the road. Let's dive into the strategies you can employ. First and foremost, it's important to set boundaries. Narcissists have a knack for pushing limits, so it's critical to establish and maintain your personal boundaries. This could mean setting limits on how much time you spend with them or what topics you're willing to discuss. Next, seek support. Dealing with a narcissist can be emotionally draining, and it's important not to go it alone. Reach out to trusted friends, family, or a mental health professional. They can provide a listening ear, offer advice, and validate your feelings. Another key point to remember is that it's not your job to change them. Many narcissists are not even aware of their disorder and therefore do not seek help themselves. Attempting to change their behavior or convince them to seek treatment can often lead to frustration and hurt. Instead, focus on your own reactions. You can't control a narcissist's behavior, but you can control how you respond to it. Try to stay calm and composed even when the narcissist is not. This can prevent the situation from escalating and can also help to preserve your own mental well-being. Lastly, prioritize self-care. Regularly check in with yourself, acknowledge your feelings, and engage in activities that you enjoy and that help you relax. Dealing with a narcissist can be stressful, and it's important to take care of your own mental health. Remember, protecting your own mental health should always be your priority.